Hi there, my name is Heidi Evans, and I'm a second-year student in the Bachelor of Applied Health Information Science at Conestoga College. This short video is going to give you a description of what I did for my 1-month field placement. I worked at the Queensway Carleton Hospital in Ottawa, Ontario as a decision support analyst. So this is a picture of the hospital. It's beautiful, but I didn't actually work in the hospital. I worked in the decision support trailer. So although it's a trailer, it was really nice to be outside of the hospital. We were away from the hustle and bustle of daily activity. On the right of this picture, there's a field, and there's a local groundhog who spends his time roaming around there. The trailer really became a personal area for the decision support team. So they have pictures up, they have a motivation wall, they all collaborate because their offices are so close. So there's a really great team environment there. Unfortunately, it is a trailer, not quite what I was expecting for my first business job, but I really came to enjoy my time there. So what is the decision support team? They are responsible for formatting, analyzing, interpreting, and disseminating data across many hospital systems and staff. So it sounds like a big job, and it definitely is. The 6-person team really works together. They each have their own role, but they collaborate to get their work done. Laura is the project manager, and she is 100% dedicated to the business intelligence project. Lucy is a registered nurse who works with clinicians and nursing staff to train them on how to use new systems, how to interpret data, and how to make decisions to improve their work. And then there's 4 data analysts. This is my workstation in the trailer. I shared an office with Charlene, who has a really interesting story. She actually started her career in registration and has worked her way through the ranks and is now part of the decision support team as sort of the touch point Meditech expert. So this is the Business Intelligence Project plan. I know it's a little bit hard to read, but it outlines 2 pilot tests for the business intelligence tool, which were in the ICU and childbirth, so obstetrics. Weeks 1 through 4 were dedicated to the construction of the data warehouse and the development of ETL flows. So that means taking the data from existing databases and moving it into the business intelligence tool so that it can be used to create reports, charts, and dashboards. I started my placement in week 5, so this is where branding began, and data validation was a big focus. Report creation began in week 7, and I'll get into that a little bit more when I talk about my obstetrics project. Week 10 of user training, and hopefully the launch of the official Queensway Carleton Hospital Business Intelligence Portal. So my first project was data validation. And what I did for this is I created reports in the business intelligence tool and then compared them to existing reports from other reporting systems. So this is really important because in order for the business intelligence tool to be useful, the data in the tool has to be valid, correct, and accurately represent what it says it's representing. So I also had to document my work. I developed an Excel spreadsheet log that will continue to be used at the hospital. And in the log, you include information about the report names, the dates, and what information you were matching. I also produced 2 instructional documents. The first explains how to create a calculated rate report, and the second explains how to create a basic dashboard, including reports, charts, and parameters that the user can adjust. So for example, you could create a drop-down menu with different months of the year, and the user could select the month and then view reports and charts based on that selection. My second project was an obstetrics scorecard. So this was to be distributed monthly to the obstetrics team. And the information would include metrics that we gathered at a meeting in the first week of my placement. So unfortunately, 1 month was not quite enough time to complete this scorecard, but I did begin report development and I created a prototype dashboard that can be modified by the remaining team members as they progress through this project. Some next steps for the decision support team will be to continue to develop reports for the pilot tests, to draft and finalize branding of their BI portal. So they'll need to train their end users, they'll need to launch the portal officially, and then hopefully they'll have some time to celebrate success because they've been working really hard on this project for almost 2 years. Next steps for me are that I would really like to continue to develop my project management skills. I learned a lot on this placement from my supervisor, and I would also like to investigate some other data analyst roles. I did enjoy what I did with data. I find it really interesting. For my upcoming co-op placements, which will start in the summer of 2016, I would like to find a position that incorporates more patient services and some more privacy aspects. So thanks very much for watching. You may see me again in about a year talking about my co-op placement. And yeah, thanks again.